Good afternoon, friends. Today I read one important article which was published in the Hindu newspaper on 4 August 2026. Talking about this article. This article is mainly related on the AI and its importance for the world. So this article was written by the M.K. Narayanan, which was the former ambassador of India, former diplomat, and national security advisor, and former governor of the West Bengal. So talking about these articles, main part, we can see that nowadays we are seeing that artificial intelligence is increasing in every sector. Previously we were not having the AI, only digital system was there, but now we are seeing that AI is increasing and expanding in every sector. For example, all the sectors like bank, defense, agriculture, technology, so all sectors are including by the AI. So that's a very important thing, that if AI is coming, like previously initially when AI was came, that time AI, we were talking about only generative AI. Generative AI means we have to give order to the AI model and it will give the reply. But nowadays we can see that the global AI companies are developing the agentic AI. So basically, what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is the model, AI model, which can automate the task, which can automatically able to make the plan, and which will also able to implement that plan. So that is also becoming very breakthrough in this AI. So talking about this agentic AI, if this, like, there are some challenges in this agentic AI. First, that there are concerns like cyber security is the main concern. If we see like malwares, we are seeing that malwares, that is the malware as the small virus in the system, which can theft the data and which can be harmful for the data. So that type of malware, if the agentic AI is developing, then such type of malware also will be developed. Like they can be change their identity, so they can also block to the antiviruses. So that is also biggest concern. If they are able to block the antiviruses, then it will become more threat to the world, that any country, for example, which country is having more developed AI, they can be dominate, they can be misused, that it can be misused by that, like this type of AI. Second concern is that this type of AI will come in the hands of the terrorists and the organizations which are not in favor of that country, then it can be dangerous for the countries. Yes, that is the second thing. Talking about the next example given by the writer was, in the Russia-Ukraine war, we have seen that AI was used drastically. For example, most of the not only Russia-Ukraine war, but in the Middle East, Iran-Israel war, we had seen that nations are using AI for getting the data of that enemy country for surveillance, by collecting their data, by using the drone technology which compiled with the AI. So that is also very biggest threat for the AI. It can be misused by the terrorist organization if it goes in their hand. So that's the biggest concern. So the next example, like two examples given by the writer was that the next agentic AI will work as a goalkeeper and whiplash. Like if this AI will be developed, then it will be able to take the decision by itself. For example, that AI can set the target and it can hit the target automatically. It will take the decision by its own self. So that's the very biggest uh, concern in terms of the AI development of this period. Talking about the competition between the China and US, the main concern is that like most of the AI models are developed by the China and US. So in the US, majorly two companies are there, uh, Anthropic and Fable. So the Anthropic company is blaming China that Chinese developed their moonshot AI model by thefting their data, by using their model. They copied, but China has rejected it. So from this example, we can see that what type of competition in between the both of the countries in the AI. So that's the main thing that writer is described, that how much type of competition is there in terms of AI development. So that's the very biggest thing. The next point was discussed by the writer was the political shift or power shift in the world level, on the world stage. For example, the countries which having the more data centers, which are having the more developed AI, best AI, they can control the world. How? Like by using that data against the enemy country. For example, the countries which having their own AI, that companies, like one concern was already, as I already have discussed, that that AI can be spread the biases through its data confidently. That's the very biggest concern. Like he can convince the people, the wrong information can be convinced very confidently by the AI. That's the very biggest concern. So that is how any country which is having more developed, better developed AI, now we are seeing that Agentic AI is developing. So such type of technology will be used in the daily basis. So in the world, so that can become threat to the world level. So the countries which having more developed AI, they can dominate to the other nations. They can dominate over the other nations. That's the very biggest concern described by the writer. So talking about this AI competition, we can see that this is becoming very important thing for the world. Like we are seeing that the main challenge of the agentic AI, as described by writer, that agentic AI will be improved the technology and its work life, its work procedure, but it will also come with some threats such as cyber security, such as spreading the biases. Also, it can be misused by the organizations such as terrorist organization if it is goes in their hand. So that type of disadvantage will become from developing the agentic AI. So according to World Economic Forum, they had warned that if agentic AI will improve the new technological benefits such as improving the automation, improving the better outcome from the technology by using the large language models. So despite that, there are some concerns warned by the WEF, that is World Economic Forum, that it can be dangerous for the world in terms of cyber security, biases spreading. That's the very biggest concern warned by the World Economic Forum. So all about this article was information is very helpful for the every common man, because we are seeing that what is happening. Everyone knows that AI is evolving in the current stage, current world, that everyone is using AI. Like for example, in general, everyone is sharing their own data. So that's the very biggest concern can become in future, because like for example, everyone is using in AI in general questions, like anyone can use AI for their personal questions, such it can be health related questions, it can be their personal questions. So if we are able to aware this type of information, what is happening around the world and what will be the implications of this technology on the world level, then it will be easy to us to cope up this situation. So for at the last, the solutions can be there. Writer describe that the main solution will be controlling the AI is in our hand. We are developing AI, but there should be some restrictions, some data restrictions that can be helpful, and using AI in the appropriate way, which is necessary, where is required, that is also important. So that type of things we can do. Regulation is the main thing. That's the only thing that we can do in today's till today. So that's all about this article. So lastly, going to conclude this article, the writer was described the one idiom from the Chinese culture. We can cross the river by filling the stones. So that type of things we can do from this scenario. Like we are seeing that AI is developing, so blind faith should be avoided. Without verifying any technical improvement, technical advancement, we have to follow the right approach, right kind of verification we should be there. Then we can use that technology for our betterment, because technology comes for betterment of humanity, not for misusing of its side effects. So that's all this article. So lastly, thank you for watching this video till the end, and this was the whole article, very important for the some interviews. So that's all this article. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Okay, bye.